I am
So
Debbie
that's
Silberberg. I am the co-curator for the Artistry Repurposed show at the Rockefeller Gallery, and I'm here with Tanya Johnson. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. So, I would love to hear about how you came to use cardboard your uh, as your way of showing your artistry.
Medium of choice. Mhm. Well, it all started really during the pandemic, and I'm an art teacher by trade. I taught for 10 years in the public school system. So we were on break hiatus from work, and I said, I'm going to put my art to good use. And I started out making masks, African masks, and then that just blossomed into creating all different types of things, out of cardboard, plastic, you name it, I'll use it. As long as it's clean cardboard, clean plastic, meaning that it doesn't have any grease or any food particles or smells to it, because I wouldn't want the art to also go to the animals. But yeah, so I started creating like that. And I also, have a passion for animals and ocean life, etc. And the plastics that we use, once they're discarded, some just goes into the ocean, and you can go look at a stretch of ocean and just see miles and miles of trash that could have been avoided putting that into our environment. And the animals in the sea that think that those things like a plastic bag or something like that, they look at that floating and they see a jellyfish, and they go to eat it, and then it's in their insides. And the research that I did for a lot of this was that our wildlife, our sea life, you look at them on the inside, you'll see that half of their bodies are filled with trash. And I figured, instead of me doing my small cardboard, plastic, and everything else, where, even my friends have started trash, and I create from it. So the art that you see that's why it's created from systems. I love to work with it.
Okay, that's it. That's great. I like I like the idea that you're taking your cardboard and taking care of animals in the sea at the same time. I think that that's wonderful. Is there anything in particular that you would like the audience to take away from your art?
I would like them more aware. Some people are throwing it out of their car windows. Some are just not recycling. Recycling is a big part of this as well, because if you know how to recycle correctly, it goes to the proper channels of where they recycle it. For example, from what I've researched and asked questions, you wouldn't think that your plastic straws or your paper straws. I usually ask people, well, where do you put that? What garbage, or where do you toss that away? And they say, oh, in the recycle bin. Nope, that's not what you do. You put your straws and things like that into the garbage, because the recycling plants cannot handle the straws and things like that. So I hope people take away from the art. I also put literature out to help people understand the recycling process. And you can find out a lot just by, number one, reading, number two, being more conscious of what you're doing with your garbage, your plastic, your clothing, etc. Because not only do I recycle, I reclaim, and that's just reclaiming things that have been, if there's something that's too small, or you're tossing it in the recycle bin. Sometimes I take old clothing and repurpose that. So you repurpose things all the time, but, in this case, make art out of your recycled, your your reclaimed and your reusable items.
I like that. I like that a lot. And obviously you practice what you preach, which is
Yes.
very important.